Help guys, I'm a fresh level 50. What do I do? I'm trying to do PvP. I can't do any damage, and all these guys are just beating me non-stop. What do I do? And this is what you do. First thing is you go to Hasla, and you want to start farming your tokens. Hasla is located in the eastern continent, and the south of the Hasla zone is where you're going to want to locate yourself. This is going to be your new home for a little while. In the zone, you want to kill these flowers, which spawn all around the zone. And these flowers drop tokens. These tokens can be turned in for weapons. So a compassion token with a good two-handed healing club for a good healing build, a Templar or a cleric. Conviction for a good caster, be it a dagger spell arcanist. Courage for a bow user, probably a primeval. Fortitude token for shield user. Blighter. Honor token for one-handed sword. One-handed sword should be used for Blighter. Dark Runner can also be used for a ranged user such as a primeval. Loyalty token, don't get this, it's a two-handed axe. It does have a lot of damage, but you're far better off if you're going to be a melee user sticking with the honor tokens. And then the sacrifice token gets you a loot with a nice amount of stamina and a little bit of spirit. What you're going to want to do is you need to farm up 150 tokens in the get-go for your tier 1. Then you need to farm another 200 tokens for your tier 2, and then on top of that you're going to need to farm up 300 tokens for your tier 3. So here we have an example of tier 1 weapons: tier 1 sword, tier 1 axe, tier 1 staff, tier 1 bow, shield, loot, and great club for healing. Tier 2 is going to cost you 200 tokens on top of that 150, so a total of 350 to get your tier 2. It's going to be arcane quality: sword, great axe, staff, bow, shield, loot, club. And tier 3 is going to be a lot better. The great thing about tier 3 is that tier 3 can be regraded. We go with staff, bow, shield, loot, and great club. Tier 3 is awesome because it is the same quality as a heroic Ethereum. Here we're talking about 4,000 gold. Imagine farming up 4,000 gold. That's a really hard thing to do. And getting one of these weapons or shields is going to be a major improvement in your damage. Like, the difference from your level 45 quest weapon to getting a tier 3, it is a whole new world. It will make the game so much more fun and enjoyable. For example, I farmed up tier 3 sword. I was able to regrade it up to unique, and this thing, 326 DPS, is a really nice amount of DPS to have on a one-handed sword. Same thing with a bow, so be prepared to make this your new home, because this is the best bang for the buck which you can get. The next thing which is important is you're going to want to, the first 140 gold you get saved up ever once you're level 50, buy this. Buy that. It's called Frenzied Nodachi. This can be purchased in the main town anywhere. Weapons merchant for 140 gold. What it does is you can weapon swap. You can equip it on your character, activate it, and for 10 seconds you're going to do 25% more damage, 25% more attack speed, 8% more cast speed, but at the risk of taking 75% more damage. But there are situations where, and I mean lots of situations where you can really take advantage of it and deal the damage which you need to take down your opponents. The third thing, really important, is going to be these gloves. You want to look in the auction house, buy some level 50 gloves. It doesn't really matter what quality, but the really important thing is putting that enchantment on it. Since I'm an archery based character, I put ranged critical damage 24%. You can also put melee 24%, and there is also a caster variant of it as well. So let's take so I'm going to teleport over to the main town for the east side, and then I'll show you exactly where you go and buy these things. And if you do these things, the top 3 lists of what you want to do as soon as you're level 50, or you can even do it before I started farming Hasla when I was level 48. The first thing, if you want to get yourself this this really important Nodachi, every main town is going to have a weapon merchant. This town is Cairnord in Inisteria on the eastern continent. Let's go over here to a weapon merchant. Find find the Frenzied Nodachi, 140 gold, buy it immediately. That is going to be so important. That's so important for melee-based classes, caster-based classes, and especially, even more so important, for archer-based classes, just to be able to take your opponent down from 100% health to 0% health. Once you have the first tier, you can upgrade it to the second tier by buying by spending an extra 200 gold, but that can wait. That's not that important. The 2 extra seconds. Then the third thing is what you want to get is you want to get level 50 gloves. What I just did, I leveled up, went to the auction house. Armor, we're looking at 50, something like magnificent, anything. If you are, for example, just anything, just a good one. If you are going to be an archer-based class, it's probably going to be a magnificent squall leather. If you're going to be a melee class, it's probably going to be magnificent desert gloves. If you're a caster, magnificent lake. The quality doesn't matter. You can even buy them if they're green. Just get them as soon as you can afford it. Then once you have those gloves, the next thing is you want to say do a bit of PvP. You can also buy this for gold because people sell it on the auction house. Are these Honorable Lunafrosts? Oops, not those Lunafrosts. These ones right here. So we're talking about range critical damage 24%. Getting increased critical damage is so important, and it's a huge DPS gain. So range critical damage 24% for 2,500 honor, melee critical damage for 2,500 honor, and magic critical damage 16%. Yeah, and if you do these 3 things, first farm up your Hasla weapon, make sure you get the Honored Frenzied Nodachi to get the 25% more attack damage, and attack damage is used for both archery, melee, and also spellcasting, but be careful when you use it because you're going to be very, very squishy if you get attacked. And then the following thing was buy those gloves and put on the extra damage enchant. First thing you do, if you have done that, you're going to be able to compete in 1v1 arena, and you're going to feel like, yeah, I can kick some ass. Yeah, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Tune in next time. Thanks for watching.